Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the two main ways to move to New Zealand in 2024. So there's two main ways. Number one is the work pathway and number two is the study pathway. So I'm going to talk about the work pathway first. So if you want to move to New Zealand using the work pathway, you must get a job offer from a New Zealand employer, but that employer must be accredited by the New Zealand government. Not all employers are. And an employer must also have an approved job check application from the New Zealand government, and they must have job tokens for your role. So there's actually quite a few steps the employer needs to do as well. And the other important thing is when they have an approved job check, that job check will have qualification and or work experience and or maybe some other requirements. You need to meet those requirements specified on the job check. So quickly go over that again. The employee must be accredited, they must have an approved job check, they must have current job tokens, and your skills and work experience must match what's been specified on the job check application. For most roles, you also need to be getting paid median wage, which is currently $29.66. There are exceptions for some roles, but in most cases you need to meet that $29.66 requirement as well. So if you can meet all that, you can apply for your work visa, you come to New Zealand, you start working, and then you can look at two residence pathways, either the 6-point skilled migrant system or the green list residence pathway. Eligibility will depend on your situation, and the whole process can take like 1 or 2 years to actually meet the requirements, submit the application, get approved, but there are two main options there. Now that's for the work pathway. Now let's move on to the study pathway. So if you're having difficulty getting a job offer from outside New Zealand, what you can do is come to New Zealand on a student visa. For many people, a good option is to do master's studies. So if you've already got a bachelor's degree, you might want to consider doing master's study. The reason is that master's courses are quite short, normally from 1 year to 1.5 years. And when you finish a master's course in New Zealand, you then get a three-year open work visa. And that visa allows you to work in New Zealand. And you have 3 years to try and find a way to get residence. And you'll be applying for residence through one of the pathways I just mentioned, the 6-point skilled migrant system, or the green list residence visa, depending on the criteria and your eligibility. So two options there. Obviously, getting a job offer is very difficult from offshore. If you can't manage that, you should consider studying. Of course, studying is very expensive in New Zealand. For a master's degree, you realistically need at least 40,000 New Zealand for tuition fees per year. So you'll find master's degrees costing from about 40,000 New Zealand to 60,000 plus New Zealand. And that reflects the tuition fees for 1 year to 1.5 year course. So those are two main pathways. Neither of them are particularly easy, but they are both viable for someone who's motivated and has the right skills for New Zealand. Anyway, if this short video is helpful, please like, please share, and subscribe. I'll be posting some more videos soon about ways and tips for moving to New Zealand in 2024.